Part 12, page 29. Eureka, January 31st. This morning, Diego Martinez entered my office. With outstretched arms he came to me. "I have found it," he shouted. "I have found it. The secret which Carlos Marquez could not solve. I have solved the problem. Why interest could not arise as long as we computed our money by weight. I have solved the problem. I have solved it. And now everything will be all right again. Here, in this big manuscript, is the result of my work. We must invite the Baratonians to a meeting at once." I assured him that I had full confidence in him, but that the realization of a currency reform in a class state was no simple matter. The times had passed in which currency reform would be judged from the economic viewpoint. A political question of first order was involved here, and in politics a theory did not amount to much. He would have as bitter foes all those circles which were receiving privileges from the present system. Capital and the press, which it controls, would fight him with all means available. And what was worse, he had also to reckon with the hostility of Carlos Marquez, to whom the proletariat was blindly devoted. The one side strove for the consolidation of its present position. The other side they exploited for a revolution, for the elimination of private property from which they asserted interest could not be separated. And strange enough, although both sides were striving for a contrary goal, they understood each other. The capitalists even supported secretly the propagation of communistic ideas because they believed them to be unrealizable and harmless, and because all communistic experiments have ended with the victory of capitalism. Thus, the capitalists prevented the proletariat from studying seriously the symptoms of interest and from discovering effective antidotes, with the result that capitalism is self-perpetuating. Brothers in arms. However, Martinez did not feel disturbed. "I am going to do what is my duty to do," he said. "I came down from my mountain," said Martinez, "in order to bring a glad message to you. I have solved the problem of how we can crush this class state which has developed under our very eyes, and how we can overthrow this monster." Hissing and tumult at the right. Deadly silence in the center. "Bravo" on the left. Sharp ringing of the gavel by the Speaker of the House. "Mr. Diego Martinez, you are not permitted to make speeches hostile to the state here, and to advocate the overthrow of our constitutional privileges. Diego Martinez, I have found the cause of the social disintegration of our people. I know how it came that we now have in our midst interest and rent recipients and proletarians, landowners and prostitutes, and I also know how we can make a state of culture from this den of thieves. Tumult at the right cries, "Out with him, out with this anarchist." I see silence in the center, frantic applause at the left, sharp raps of the gavel by the Speaker of the House. "Mr. Martinez, I have to call you to order the second time." Diego Martinez continued, "The cause of the social disintegration is interest." Lively applause on the left. "And the cause of interest is to be found in our money system." Oh ho! Laughter at the left. "It is because we no longer measure money values by weight, but by cubic measure, that our people have become a prey of misery. That is why we have enriched Samson Carrasco." They laugh. Here tumultuous laughter rose from all sides, from the left, from the right, and from the center. Carlos Marquez shouted, "Did you all hear? It is because we sell the miserable, entirely useless seeds of the money pine by cubic measure instead of by weight, that this tremendous ocean of capital goods invested in our towns, factory, mines, etc., must yield interest and cause social disintegration. Did you ever hear the like of it, comrades? Not the quality inherent in private property of the means of production, not the fact of machine production, is the cause of classes in society and social disintegration, but the circumstance that we have estimated our money by cubic measure instead of by weight." General laughter. "This must be of the same tragic importance as though we acquired the habit of counting our money with the left instead of with the right hand." Laughter at the left, right, and center. They listen. Martinez. "My assertion may sound very funny to laymen, just as it would also appear very funny to you if serious men asserted they could lift the earth from its hinges with a pivot and a sufficiently long thread from a cobweb. Is it not also funny that a fly can kill an elephant? Marquez himself once called money the blood of the economic system. Why should it not be possible for this economic system to die from blood poisoning, just as the elephant from the mosquito bite? Marquez knows that the downfall of the Roman Empire has been explained by the exhaustion of the Spanish silver mines, which supplied the material for the Roman coins. Why does Marquez not laugh at such an assertion? Is there any essential qualitative difference between the silver money and the material of our money? Isn't silver also one of the most unimportant substances? Wouldn't one rightfully laugh if it were asserted that the Roman Empire collapsed because the Romans could not continue to eat their soup with silver spoons? But silver was the money of the Romans, just as here the seed of the Pinus Moneta represents our money. I claim that the Roman Empire did not perish for lack of silver, but for lack of money. The Roman Empire perished from an anemic condition, just as Barataria is perishing now from blood poisoning.